Good afternoon, everyone. I will take us through the Tele2 journey. I am the Group CTIO of Tele2. My name is Yogesh Malik. And I'll take you through our journey, and I hope that gives you a flavor how we think, how we operate, and we could have some open for question answers as well. If you go into Tele2 as a company, we are based in Stockholm, headquartered in Stockholm, operating in Nordics and Baltics. And we operate in B2B area, in IoT area, of course, consumer with all the services, including TV as well, fixed mobile TV. Um, and we have very clear purpose. If we move to the next slide, the purpose for us is to enable a society with unlimited possibilities. We see that uh, things are ecosystem is developing, and in order to connect in that ecosystem and to provide services, connectivity is very, very vital and key. And our ambition is to become the leading telco in the Nordic and Baltic region. The way we measure um, how we live up to this ambition is four pillars, starting with the customer to provide a superior customer experience. So we start with that. In order to provide a superior customer experience, we believe that our employee engagement needs to be very high, and we need to be extremely motivated every single day to work for our customers to improve service quality every single day. The third pillar is to provide the best industry shareholder return, stakeholder return. And I think that is clearly measurable given we are a listed company. And the fourth pillar is to lead in sustainability. What we do right here, right now, is very important. The choices we make in designing our applications, our networks, our operating model, extremely important. And we need to look ahead to see if it is sustainable. So how do we look in the next 5 years, 7 years to come as the model evolves? Moving to the next slide. Through COVID, we have seen clearly that connectivity is essential. A home has become a center where gigabyte could be compared to electricity or water. Without a very solid connectivity, home, office, mobile, it is going to be very hard to satisfy all the needs of the customers, whether it is the Generation Z customer or they are our old-time customers as well. So we are taking this extremely seriously to make sure that we can continuously provide great quality all the time. Moving to the next slide. Uh, This is our way of demonstrating a stack, a telco stack. And I'm sure there are many other ways of um, displaying a telco stack. And a telco stack, of course, starts with connectivity, whether it's fixed or mobile. There are transmission backbone. There are services like TV. There are core elements which provide both service connectivity and routing, and there are data center hosting applications, whether it's private cloud, public cloud, on-prem, in the cloud. There are OSS systems, which are very, very important in the whole journey as well. And then we have an exposure layer, whether it is toward the web, whether it is towards customer operation, whether it is towards retail, and I would add app also. So if you look at the full stack, there are, and here you see this is our journey. So we were a product of the merger of two other companies over the last 5 to 6 years. So we have TDC Sweden with us. We have Comhem, which we merged, and Tele2. So fixed mobile TV, enterprise, complete stack, and because of which we had legacy as well, and we embarked on a journey to make it much more digital stack. And of course, digital means many things. I understand that there is a whole spectrum of explanation on how digital we get, but we start with the customer. Can we contain customer journeys digitally by which customers can complete journeys in a very satisfactory manner? In order to do that and have a real time engagement with the rest of the elements of the stack, we are decoupling that with the API layers. We also believe that IT stacks we want to have, and we have one mass market stack, which also has B2B enterprise micro customers. While other stack is for the IT stack is for all the enterprise solutions which are tailored to large enterprises, public enterprises, and in Tele2 we have um, enterprise customers, which are law enforcement agencies, um, air, airport authorities, communities like it is Karlstad Commune, Volvo, X-Shores, which is the electric boat manufacturer, and then air forestry, which helps us prune the trees in the forest. So we have quite some customers. So when you see trouble ticketing, and when you see I go from top down on the right hand side, six stacks to two IT stacks. These are the two stacks I was describing: a mass market way of IT provisioning, mediation, charging, rating, and enterprise solutions way. Naturally, there are trouble ticketing in order to manage if there are any issues in the performance, and we are now harmonizing and consolidating into one trouble ticketing system across the company. When we talk about OSS, network automation, we want to make sure that things can go up to the level of autonomous operations and self-healing. Core has also gone through a journey where we have gone through a non-standalone, and now we are moving into the standalone part of the journey as well. And then distribution to unicast. And finally, means we have, of course, fiber, we have HFC, and we have a very, very ambitious plan for becoming the best 5G network in Sweden. The whole stack here on the right side is constructed, designed in a way that it is cloud compatible. It is embedded with automation and AI, and not only AI of today, AI of tomorrow as well. What this helps us with is it helps us to generate a good customer experience. And you can imagine that the time to troubleshoot any issue of which our customers face or which we are facing in the systems as well, we can now locate those problems much easier given the consolidation efforts we have gone through. We believe in security, and we design, we call that security by design or secure by design. And we also believe in data sovereignty because we have very strong regulations in our markets, both in the Baltics and in the Nordics as well. So this shows that how do we encompass customer experience, and the topic when we say telco to techco, we design our own CRMs. So whether it is the stack of the mass market, which was described in that 6 to 2 journey, or whether it is the enterprise, both of these CRM product catalog, we have designed it ourselves. So I think that is what we take a lot of pride in. A lot of automation which we are doing, that is in-house as well. And when we talk about designing all the networks and all the management systems, including core services, some of them we design ourselves as well. The front end layers, we are designing that ourselves too, because of which we believe that our time to market, our time to understand, while we share mobile networks completely, we can differentiate on the core network and on the IT and other systems which provide services to our customers. This is our tech journey. And you see the green line, which is the digital line, and the blue line, which is the legacy line, crossing paths. And we have now come to a point where we are digitizing more and more, and we are able to do that because we have a lot of experienced resources, great talents amongst ourselves doing the designs. If we move to the next slide. We believe that AI is increasing day by day in terms of how it is being embedded into each and every application, into each and every product, if you may. So that embedded AI trend is continuing. It makes the product reliability better. It makes the product access better. It makes the product design much more easier as well, and troubleshooting much better. We can onboard customer care agents much faster because of the embedded AI which we are going developing in our products. Whether we purchase or whether we build, we are very cognizant about this trend. The second trend, which is very critical, is observability and data architecture. AI and data go hand in hand together. The better the knowledge base, the better we will get the results out of the AI. Here, observability throughout the full stack is very important. And how we use AI in conjunction with observability is a critical way we think when we lay down our architecture and foundation. On-prem versus cloud, that dilemma remains. The dilemma is also due to the regulations. In Sweden, we have 5G regulations also, which ask us to comply with the 5G workloads to be treated in a very uh, kind of concerted manner, and we are using our private clouds for that. So we comply with the regulation. At the same time, we take benefit of cloud when it comes to scale and operations as well. And this dilemma gets amplified on AI space, whether AI is working in the cloud and how does it work. The same AI can also work on a private cloud, and how do we make sure it yields the best results for us. I think understanding these trends, understanding the stack, understanding customer journeys, these are the foundations. Now, when we approach our customers, it becomes very clear that there is a need of service identification, there is a need of service assurance, there's a need of specific SLAs in certain areas. And I think those can be addressed in a much more proactive manner if we are able to take control of the technology and the architecture and data and AI as a foundation to the whole journey. This is what we have been doing, and we have been thinking about sustainability all the time. And lately, recently, I would say, we have been awarded, if we go to the next slide, we have been awarded by Time and Statista as recognized as one of world's most sustainable companies. We have achieved the rank of number one in Sweden. We are 16 in Europe and 37 globally. So we take a lot of pride in that. Of course, it comes with a lot of responsibility. And this is sustainability is designed in our fabric, in our operations, in a way that the decisions we make needs to be sustainable over time, and we should be able to impart those into operations and to our customers as well, especially the enterprises. Here we also see that the enterprise customers are looking for sustainability in the companies and the products as we move. So I thought I would just share a little glimpse on it. It is a very wide topic, telco to techco, and the way Tele2 takes it is we want to design customer journeys in a way that we can provide features, CRM, product catalog, how the whole business process fabric works. We take a lot more control in that, and we design our own code. We use AI in a way to boost productivity, to improve customer interaction, to make our network autonomous, yet continuously working on enablers and creating better and better knowledge bases where AI can reside on the future as well. So that is where I stop. I hope I've given you a little brief journey, and I'm very, very open to questions and looking forward to insights as well, because I'm sure there are insights. Everyone is on this journey, and there are different ways to come at it.
Okay, so at the moment we've no questions from the audience. Perhaps they're digesting their lunch or looking forward to it. One of the things I'm interested in, Yogesh, is talking about sustainability, and clearly you've got a fantastic record there. But it seems to me we've taken a big step forward as an industry, and now maybe we're going to take another one backwards because of the amount of compute power that AI is going to generate. I mean, the number of, we can't build data centers fast enough, and they all consume enormous amounts of energy. How are we going to get in front of that one and improve sustainability?
It's a very valid question. Um, but I think the question, if you look at from one angle, absolutely, I think that is a big concern. On the other hand, we should also make sure that when we think about sustainability, we think about legacy. Now, 2G and 3G are legacy technologies.
Right?
2G and 3G, we are planning to discontinue at the end of next year. And I think it really gives us a lot of 3G consumes a lot of energy. I have even we have done analysis where 1% of the traffic takes 10% of the energy, which is not really sustainable.
Wow.
So it is very important to go to the grassroots level. Now, when we come to data centers, it's the same. We have to see, are the loads containerized? When we talk about workloads and when we talk about plugging AI over the knowledge base, we have to look at containerization. Because if the workloads are containerized, then I think the overall compute need also and the way it is needed gets into a much different sphere. And the third area would be we should constantly look at the overall data center designs on the private network, but also with the cloud partners. Are we using the latest tech? Are we using the knowledge bases which are really yielding? And are we really using all the observability which we have? And are we using hot or cold storage? And I think it is going to be very important to really do sustainability and security by design. That is where we will understand, and we call that show back. So if I'm an application owner, I should be able to know how my application is performing, whether it is on a cloud environment, which is private or public, or whether it is on the edge of the network. And I think till the time as an application owner, if I do not get that input, I will not be able to improve the application performance. So I think the overall sustainability topic going forward and keep going forward would need that understanding of architecture, especially the data flows in the architecture where compute is needed.
Okay. Can you talk some more, please, about monetizing 5G? Because I'm quite
Yeah.
interested in stuff I've read recently, and it seems to suggest that the killer app is, surprise, surprise, providing connectivity where there was none before, which is actually, really important for people's safety, for example, in places like ports that are inherently quite dangerous, or mines, even more dangerous. So I'm just wondering what your thinking is about that, Yogesh.
Again, and I would say monetization. First, we need to understand what we have and who are the customers. So when it comes to consumers, we are using speed tiering. So I think that is where everyone doesn't need full speeds depending upon the application they're using the connectivity for. So I think that gives us a good platform. The second thing we are doing is when we interact with our enterprise customers, we try to understand our enterprise customers so that we can actually provide deeper, not only connectivity, but assurance of the connectivity, troubleshooting of the connectivity, provisioning. Those are additional services which can ride on 5G. Given the low latency, we are able to do that. Now comes events, and we are taking off hotspots like stadiums, like railroads, like high traffic routes, in a way that we are able to provide seamless connectivity. And not only the download, but the upload is going to be very critical. So monetization needs first satisfaction with the connectivity and the service, and then needs deeper provisioning. And hence I talk about CRMs, and hence I talk about APIs, because those are the ones to be exposed in a way that we are secure when it comes to the backend, but we are also exposing services which customers need to make their businesses better, and they are ready to pay for that.
Okay, Yogesh, we have a question from our audience. Udayan asks, if a CSP is starting on its AI journey today, which 3 use cases would you recommend? And he says, or she says, I guess this would be the lowest hanging fruit.
I Of course, it depends on the CSP, so it'll be hard to generalize, but I can share my point of
Yeah,
view.
please.
I start with the customer. So customer, uh, if in need of a query, or in need of a clarification, or in need of a complaint, can get resolution very fast. AI can be very helpful, whether it is in the nature of bot, whether it is the nature of transcript, whether it is in the nature of coaching the agents to become much better. So customer interactions, whether it is at the point of sale, point of personalization, or point of service, can be aided by AI, and definitely there are low-hanging fruits in at least our operations. We can see where we see repetitive nature of the queries, which we have all the information, and we need to expose that in a systematic manner. So that is one area, one domain, I would say. The second domain is network and stack operations. How we can make sure that we have the observability in a way that we do not need to troubleshoot. We reduce time to repair, we increase employee satisfaction, and we improve customer experience. And there are also here also there will be some low hanging fruits, and there'll be a long tail, like in every improvement. And then the third area for us is, given we are coding, we are developing our own applications, is how do we improve productivity of our developers? How do we improve productivity in general, so that we can save time, we can be more productive, we can address our customers. At the same time, we are able to look ahead with the time we have saved into the future, focus more on sustainability, on security, on the value chain. So I think those are the three areas: customer interactions, autonomous networks, and productivity boost.
Okay. Which and which B2B customers, sorry, do you think the most immediate targets for applying AI to use cases, manufacturing or ports, or I don't know.
Well, I think it very dependent upon the customers. We see that, for example, air forestry, where we are pruning the trees. We see that law enforcement, where self-service is helping a lot. We see airport authorities needing a lot of services in their supply chain. And I think those are the areas, and it becomes much easier when you know the end business of the enterprise customer. So I would say logistics, supply chain, self-service, those are the areas we see we can improve both accuracy but time to market as well.
Okay, Yogesh, as a woman who plants a lot of trees, I have to ask you a bit more about the trees and the pruning. Was that
Yes.
okay? That's
We
interesting.
have air forestry. So, Sweden is famous for a lot of forests, and they need to be taken care. There are huge
Yeah,
drones which go up and they shave the trees, and it is a fantastic operation to
drones
see
do the
how it is.
pruning.
Yes. Yeah. So there is equipment. Drone do the flight, but
Yeah,
there are
yeah, yeah,
equipment
yeah.
which are attached to it. Yes.
Wow, that's given me something to think about what I want for Christmas. Okay, Yogesh, thank you very much indeed. A pleasure to see you as always. See you
Thank you
soon,
very
I
much.
expect.